Meanwhile, back in Hungerford, Ryan remains unchallenged as the police hunt continues. He's now moved on to kill Francis Butler in the Memorial Gardens, then calmly walk the streets, killing Marcus Barnard, Douglas Wainwright and Eric Vardy, and injuring a further 4. The death toll is now 12, with 12 severely injured. Carl Harris, oblivious to all of this, is about to discover the enormity of what is unfolding.
So I just wandered up there, to see what was going on. And it wasn't until I actually, I can't remember the name of the road, went up the little cut and walked round to the top that I actually saw him stood there, that I realised something was wrong. It wasn't until he actually started opening fire that I thought, basically thought, well, this is not good.
In the last 45 minutes, 12 people have been shot dead and 12 injured as Michael Ryan roams the streets of Hungerford. As police hurry to stop any further bloodshed, Carl Harris has just caught Ryan's attention on the corner of Priory Road. They now stand face to face.
I don't think he saw me, first of all, and I carried on up. He then just turned around and looked straight at me. Here, I do believe this house here at the time had a high hedge. I don't remember it, but I found myself in the garden with somebody else who told me that I'd actually dived through the hedge and just waiting there. I could hear gunshots, but I didn't know whether I was hit. What's it like to be hit? Does it hurt? So I'm obviously feeling myself.
As Carl takes cover, police are still struggling to locate Ryan's whereabouts, largely due to hampered communications. To add to this, their usually swift firearms department are on a training exercise over 50 minutes away, making a quick response difficult. The Ryan family home in Southview is now blazing uncontrollably. Fire crews aren't allowed to get through until it is safe to do so. And as the fire destroys adjoining homes, just a few doors up, Sylvia Pascoe, a neighbour of Ryan's for 10 years, is trying to save the life of a 14-year-old girl.
Suddenly I heard breaking of glass and sort of stopped for a few seconds. My son came running in to get me because I'm in St John's ambulance, so his first port of call was, I'll get Mum. So I dropped everything, wasn't dressed, went round with him and went into my next door neighbour's kitchen to find the young girl that was standing there saying, I've been shot. I thought, delirious, doesn't happen. And she was worried about her trousers. They were sisters and they were yellow, but they'd started to turn pink. And my first reaction was, I need to find out what your injuries are. I'll lay you down because you're going to fall down. I could see that there was a nasty gash in the top of her leg on the right, and there was blood pouring from this, and I thought to myself, well, I need to stop it. And I had a neighbour there who said that I'll get whatever you need.
I sent Robert.
And we grabbed towels, etc.
I don't know whether this will help.
And we put the leg on a flower pot to raise it. In the background we could hear what I would call firecrackers. And it still didn't sink in, because my main concern was, stopping this bleeding and making sure she wasn't going to go unconscious. I stayed by her side, on my knees, with the only way I can describe it is one hand supporting the bottom of the leg and then one over the top, with all these towels on top and just pressing down for direct pressure. We don't use tourniquets, and going through my mind was, what can I do if this doesn't work?
As Sylvia desperately tries to save Michael Ryan's youngest victim, the gunman is still at large.